So listen, thank you so much. I'm going to tell you this one last story before I go out. And please, again, come say hi to me at the table. This is going to be the end of it right here, so check this out. I heard about what happened here in Pennsylvania with the laptops and the principal. Did you know what I'm talking about? Did you guys, with the camera, do you guys know what I'm saying? Do you want me to tell you real quick? Some computers at a school in, I want to say it was close to Philadelphia. They had laptops that they distributed to the students, and the students brought them home, and there was a little camera on the laptop, and supposedly one of the principals turned the camera on. The kids didn't know these cameras were on there, and they spied on the kids. They thought a kid stole the camera, and they're suing the school because the parents weren't told this camera. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? If you're, even if just a couple of you know. Okay, dude, here's the deal. I hear a lot of people talk about a lot of shit about freedoms are being taken away and all this other shit, and the establishments taking our privacy and the surveillance cameras everywhere. Dude, here's the deal. I blame ourselves for that. This is our fault that this is happening. I don't blame politicians or the schools or anyone else. In Boston right now, they're putting a machine in the airport where it sees through your clothes. You're naked going through, and people look at you naked to see if you got like weapons or whatever on you, okay? You can either go through one line and get patted down or go through the x-ray machine. You really don't got much of a choice. Either way, it's like an invasion or whatever, right? If you told me 5 years ago, we're going to put a machine up, and you're going to walk through it and go naked, and people are actually going to volunteer to go into this thing, I tell you, you were nuts. People are going into this thing. They've already gone in other states, other parts of the world, and they're going to put it in Boston, in my home state. That's our own fault, okay? They got surveillance cameras inside the laptop, and someone turned it on, and now they're suing the school because they think the principal was watching the kid. That's our own fault. We sit there and let this happen. We sit there and say, okay, let's go through the x-ray machine and look naked. What I'm seeing is, I'm seeing all these precautions, and everyone's shitting their pants over nothing, and nobody's trying to fix the problem. You get what I'm saying? This is putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. You get what I'm saying? We don't reach out to each other. We don't get to meet each other. You get what I'm saying? People all around the world, I've talked to a lot of people on the internet, they're all the same. Do you get what I'm saying? You can put all the walls up and build a wall around this country, and you know what? I can lock you in a room and watch after you, and you will always be safe. I can keep you safe. I can keep every one of you safe and make sure you never get hurt again. But you know what? You're going to be living your whole life in a box. Part of being free, it's dangerous. Things are going to happen. This is how it is. You get what I'm saying? I don't blame the establishment or the president or anybody. I blame ourselves. People are going to line up to go into that machine and be looked at naked. I blame ourselves. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to finish with this, and this is the end. Some people ask me about this in the shirt. You guys, the Jesus on the t-shirt, me and my friend Mike Hansen, who's from Quincy, he does a lot of my art. We're into Gothic art. He takes pictures of statues, he does drawings. And when I made that t-shirt about child prostitution in Boston, and about kids being brought in and sold to sex trafficking, I said, put something on there. Put one of your pictures. He put Jesus. That's all it is. And when people go, what does this mean? I go, I don't know. He's crying because he's upset. You know what I mean? Like, people asking me about religious stuff. But I'll be honest with you. Listen, man. When I was a kid, I was really into like UFOs and ghosts and stuff like that. You guys, there's some weird stuff out there. Very weird stuff that has happened in this world. I understand that people have corrupted religion and used it for money and war. Whatever you tell me, I agree with that. You guys, we got this belief that we're here for no reason and no purpose and just do whatever. That's a very bad path to go down. There was this little girl in Italy many years ago, and they brought her to Padre Pio, who was a saint, he was a stigmata. And I've studied this guy just because I was into paranormal stuff. That's all. There's nothing more complex than that. This girl was born without pupils. And they brought her to this guy and they said, Padre Pio can heal her. The dude makes the sign of the cross on her forehead. She's born without pupils. And the next day she could see. Listen, if someone scientifically can explain that away, fine, that's great. I wish I had an explanation for that. My point is this, there's weird stuff that happens in this world and it can't be explained. If you've ever seen the cover of the Rage Against the Machine album with the Buddhist monk burning, that guy sat like this in the streets of Saigon and sat there like this. He just sat there and burned alive. He set himself on fire. He didn't even flinch because he was protesting the oppression of his religion. The night he died, now this isn't a place, they got no internet, they probably didn't have many telephones. This is in the 60s, this was Vietnam, war ravaged. All over Vietnam that night, people who had no communication with each other said they saw Buddha in the sky weeping. Like people were waking up, finding out that people on the other side of Vietnam had seen this thing in the sky without any prior knowledge. Again, dude, I'm not getting religious on you. I have a fascination in these things. If you don't want to believe in God or religion, that's fine. I don't care. I have my own beliefs. But, like I said, man, give me an explanation for this shit. How do you explain when a little kid is telling their mother there's a ghost in the house? Tell them the name of the ghost. When the thing died, and they go to the town library and find out that person lived, and the kid's only 5 years old and knows this. I'm just saying, we like ghost hunters a lot in New England because they're from Rhode Island. You ever watch ghost hunters? They're very popular. They've been to right up the street from me. They've been to Megan's town before, checking all out. You get what I'm saying, man? Don't just discount that there's no reason for us to be here. I wasn't going to talk about that at all, but I'm just bringing it up just so you do know why the Jesus. It was just a coincidence, and I do have many weird beliefs, and I think we're here for a reason. That's just my opinion. So listen, you guys promised you'll come over and say hi to me at the table and take some of the pamphlets. Would you guys like me to come back again? If we come through here, let's go. All right, thank you.